We are getting some new insights around AI at work. According to the 2024 annual Work Trend Index from Microsoft and LinkedIn, the use of generative AI at work has nearly doubled in the last 6 months. More than 70% of people say they would rather hire a less experienced candidate with AI skills than a more experienced candidate who lacks them. Joining us right now is LinkedIn's chief economist, Karin Kimbrough. And that last part, that you would rather have a younger, more inexperienced person who knows how to use AI, may speak volumes about what employers are looking for, Karin.
I think that stat tells us not so much about the age, but it tells us that employers are looking for someone who's got like a willingness to learn, who's willing to embrace new technology. And if I could, I would just say, in fact, when we look amongst power users, people who are using generative AI at work a couple times a week at least, they range the gamut from boomers to millennials to Gen Z. So it really is a bunch of different folks using AI right now at work.
I think one of the fascinating things from this study is that employees want this even more than the employers do at this point. You've got people who are sneaking in their own AI in the workplace if the employer's not offering it.
That's right. What we're seeing, especially amongst creatives, people who are doing writing, design, content creation, they're all bringing it themselves. Nearly 8 out of 10 of these folks who are using it are bringing their own AI to work, if you will. And what it speaks to is the fact that employees are leading employers in this adoption cycle that actually is probably a little faster than any other tech adoption cycle we've seen in the near past or the far past.
That's shocking. I don't know if we can call that screen up again. I would have thought it would have been much higher numbers in the younger cohorts, but even Gen X, 76% are bringing it in. Boomers, 73% bringing it in. So this is something that is truly multi-generational, any age that's getting into it. What are the problems if somebody brings their own AI to work, Karin, potentially?
I think the reason we're seeing employers maybe lag the workers and professionals in this space is because they're not sure of the rules of the road. They're not sure how to integrate it with their own business processes. They're just not sure. And so they're hesitating. But as they hesitate, they're not helping their employees who have clearly embraced it. I mean, the ones who do tell us, 9 out of 10 of them say it makes my work more enjoyable. It gives me more time to focus on the, cognitively interesting work as opposed to the routine tasks. So, with 75% of the knowledge workers bringing Gen AI to work, it suggests that employers need to kind of get with it and bridge that gap.
Although if the employees are bringing it in themselves, it's the cheap way for the employer to take advantage of it, other than like signing a licensing deal that might cost a whole lot of money to have them using it.
Well, I think the other thing they're worried about really is the fact that I don't know if you saw the stat, but employees are kind of reluctant to admit they're using it. And I think there's a question as well about, does it make me look like somehow I'm cheating or I'm not valuable if I'm actually using this tool? And I think the argument I would make just as an economist is anything that makes you more productive, anything that's going to save you as much as say 30 minutes a day, by the way, that's 10 hours in a month, is something that employers are probably looking for. So I think the hesitation isn't just figuring out how to embrace this technology.
I don't know. I'm thinking of another reason. If I'm an employee and I've suddenly freed up a half hour of my day, I don't really want my employer to know that so that they give me another half hour of work. If I've found ways to make myself more productive, then, hey, that's free time I get to enjoy.
You know what? I think that's fair. It might make for a happier employee as well.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't really want you to know that I'm using this to get ahead. You're just going to give me more work, and it's going to be more, dull work for me to have to deal with over time and less time for myself. I mean, as an economist, that's really interesting to figure out how much productivity it's going to create and who is the beneficiary of that productivity.
Well, that is exactly the $1 million question, is when are we going to see what we think and actually believe is a lot of productivity gains start to show up in the data? We know from the 90s, it took quite some time to actually see the productivity in the data, even if people were already putting desktops in offices and using them. And I think in this case, if I tell you, we're already seeing people say it saves me time, I'm getting back 10 hours, a month. whatever they're doing with it, they're actually spending less time in email. Like, for example, we know from our data with Microsoft that people read 4 emails for every one they send. And, it's just, you wake up, you have a digital debt of so much.
Who's sending all these stupid emails other than like telemarketers?
Aren't you getting lots of emails too?
I do. I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of unread emails right now. My solution is to just not read them at all.
100 for every one I send.
3,293 unread emails in my inbox right now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Copilot can help you with that. I used it last week just to summarize a bunch of emails that I wasn't planning on reading.
19?
19.
You have OCD.
Remember, LinkedIn isn't by Microsoft.
I do. I get rid
They
of
said that at the beginning. Microsoft, this is funded by Microsoft and LinkedIn. What I will say is if somebody's writing, if we're reading 4 for every one, somebody else is sending them. My guess it's either a bot or telemarketing stuff that's in here. That's what a lot of mine is.
Sometimes these are not your friends sending you all these emails. That is true. But sometimes you need to kind of summarize a very long email, even if it is from a colleague. And that's where a lot of these, generative AI tools can really help you either solve a problem with a blank page or summarizing content. And frankly, if you can get back 30 minutes of your time to do something more interesting like problem solving, brainstorming, or even talking to one of your colleagues in the office, that's probably a win.